Mm.
With these podcasts, I sit down. It's a sit-down conversation really amongst friends
Mm.
where we talk about stuff.
Yeah.
We focus mainly on your perspective on life, so I pick your mind on very many things, on which things you are really actively involved in.
Yeah.
But what's also very key is for you to introduce yourself, so I understand the person you are from your perspective. So
Okay.
yes, Boris, thank you for coming into the podcast. Please.
Okay. How far with the introduction? Anyway, I'm Boris Mugisha Nahawe. I work at Tubayo. I lead the operations there. Tubayo is like my life, so my introduction has to have it. I'm Christian. I'm a firm believer in the power that we have as young people, especially when we are able to utilize the tools around us or our unfair advantages as individuals. Again, Anglican, so firm believer in God also. Yeah, because things are pretty tight, but like, when you have God alongside you, it makes things way easy. Currently stay in Kampala, in Tinda, Globetrotter, so very soon the locations will be changing. And then, I love Liverpool. I'm very optimistic. There's no room for negative energy around me. And I'm a believer in like good things are always coming. Yeah.
That's interesting. I also really believe good things are always coming. Now, we'll just start there with Tubayo. Right?
Yes, sir.
It seems to embody a really broader vision for Africa.
Yes.
And I want you to tell me about that vision. Really, I want to understand it from you.
Okay.
Operations guy.
Tubayo, a really amazing company that has personally given me an opportunity to do something that I feel aligns with my purpose. Yeah. I guess we'll get to know how I joined, and then I will explain that bit. But so at Tubayo, our vision is to be Africa's global marketplace to the world.
Okay.
So what that means is we want to sell Africa to the world, right? And the industries that we are looking at, one is the travel bit, because we know travel is something that Africa has a very big competitive advantage. Now, I'll bring it down. Uganda, that's one industry where we have a very big competitive advantage compared to the other countries around us and even the world, right? And then commerce, because, we believe businesses are one of the best creators of positive change within a society. So we want to enable global travel, but through selling Africa to the world, and then also enabling commerce through businesses, building their businesses, setting up their shops on Tupayo, and growing that way. Yeah. So we do it under the travel bit. We have the experiences, and these are things that some you can be talented at, passionate about, or skilled at, and you sell that as an experience. 2024 makes that possible. Anyone on the internet can pay for anything. Then the accommodation bit is fully furnished homes. People know the global players, but we localize that solution to fit what the African traveler would want. Yeah, then events too. Because
What do you mean? What's the difference between the global traveler and the African traveler in terms of what they would want from accommodation?
Okay. Good question. You've started already. So, one, it starts from the global player. In this case, I would say Airbnb. So, it has a big global market, and it has a way it operates. Simple thing is, you can't pay using mobile money on Airbnb.
Okay.
Right. So now Tubayo comes in and localizes it because it knows how Wamala travels and uses either physical cash or mobile money, or even M-Pesa if you're in Nairobi, right? So through our solution, we have localized the travel solution to suit your needs, because we know you, we understand you.
So here's what I want to understand, right?
Yeah.
If I have to go to Tubayo to get to where I want to sleep. Say I want to go to Nairobi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So it's not that I can find a listing on Booking, but because I don't have cash, but I have M-Pesa, I then put in that same booking into Tubayo app, find it, then pay through M-Pesa.
Okay, so those are two separate platforms. So there's no way you can carry the booking to this other platform. Maybe if we have some sort of partnership. I think God is speaking through you. So probably, yeah, so acquisition. But yeah, yeah. So literally, you're traveling to Nairobi. The hotels out there are pretty expensive, similar to what we have here in Uganda. So you opt for the homes as your accommodation, right? Because of the numerous benefits that come, like personalization. You have all this space to you. You know, the hotel only has that one room, and you use that and like a balcony if you're even lucky. Yeah, because Nairobi is like big on like skyscrapers, so like balconies are not a thing. So you will search in Nairobi on Tubayo app, and then it will give you a number of options. Then you go ahead and book and pay using your M-Pesa. Yeah.
All right. That's pretty cool. So I had stolen a URL from like that.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So now so we have sorted for this local traveler, right? Now, you know, people who leave Uganda and like leave Africa, in most cases, you get to miss home. Like 100%, you get to miss home. And because of the exposure that you get when you're outside here, you get to see the different advancements that have been made outside Africa. And everyone wishes they could just transfer that knowledge back home. So what we've been seeing is people in the diaspora are always just impressed to see that there's this local solution, this local platform called Tubayo, which is a local word, right? That is Jetuli, right? Which is coming up to compete in the same space as these big global players. So they're always open to using this local solution. And even the Africans back home easily recommend it because they know I can call these guys in case of anything and they will handle it, right? They know, so I know them.
Personalized touch to it, right?
Yeah, because we can afford to do that at this stage, right? So that way, we are building it on the internet, which means it can be accessed across anywhere on the globe. So someone who's even out of Africa can see that local experience that can't be found anywhere and book it through Tubayo. You know, so you, the business owner here, you can sell your products on Tubayo to anyone out there. So that's why we came up with the vision of let's build this platform to sell Africans to the world. Yeah.
Oh, right. Interesting.
Yeah. But it's pretty tough.
Do you feel like it's shaping the narrative about Africa? That's just showing maybe all these innovations?
Yes. I don't know. Actually, I don't think we're even shaping. I think we are playing into what is already being perceived currently. Because everyone is recognizing that Africa is coming up now. You know, the time for Africa is now. So time is one of the greatest things that like amuses me. So at some point, everyone is taking advantage of Africa, but that time is going to come to an end. And it's already starting to show, you know, it's Africa's time is coming up, right? We have all these amazing solutions coming up from Africa. People are starting to recognize, so I need to go home.
Tubayo is a solution to an African problem, or it's a solution to a white man problem?
No. No, we started with the African, we started with the Ugandan. Yeah, actually, the CEO and founder, Namanya Brian, the idea came about when he traveled to Nairobi for one of those conferences organized by the East African community. And while, so the conference happens the whole day, right? And then during that time, he had a break. But he asked himself, what can I do in Nairobi? The things available online were game reserves, game parks, visit to the game park, and that stuff is pretty expensive, you know, for an average youth, yeah? So when he came back here, that's when it hit him that, actually, even other guys are going through this same thing, even just here in Uganda. Because previously, if you want to travel with your family, you're going to look for either national park, go to West, whatever, or fly out.
Yeah.
But there's so much that you can see here. There's so much untapped resources here. Yeah.
Okay, I recently found out you can go and shoot.
All right.
The bullet is 10K, and so will I find this on Tubayo?
Yeah. So that particular experience, because of some politics-ish, that one isn't on. But that's what I'm talking about. So someone didn't know that they could shoot in Nakawa, and actually one of the trips that the experiences that led to our rise was the shooting experience in Kapeka. that is in Luwero, yeah, would ferry about 40 guys every weekend to go to Luwero to shoot. They didn't know that you could access that. Yeah. So through the platform, you're able to discover these unique experiences that are around you that you can do with like your with a couple of guys instead of doing the normal, let's go to the club.
So off your head, what are those same things you can do in Nairobi? Because when I go to Nairobi, I get really bored.
Yeah.
What I'm there, like, I'm just really immersed in the work and seeing buildings.
Yeah.
And of course, maybe tasting the food. But yeah, like you said,
Nairobi guys need to borrow relief from our food, man.
Like you said, if it's not, it will either be going to the game parks, which is pretty expensive.
Yeah.
But will I find out like there's a Push Friday?
Yes.
Tubayo?
Yeah. So yes, you can, because also nightlife alone is an export, right? Especially now, like us in East Africa, people know us for the nightlife. We love to party. I don't know why. I think they need to do some research on us, but we do party hard. Yeah. That's an experience alone. We see what Nyege Nyege has done for Uganda, right? So even in Nairobi, yes. So what it takes is just for someone in Nairobi who is very familiar with that space, like knows what are the most lit bars on Friday, Wednesday, Monday, Tuesday. Okay, that's like the Ugandan schedule. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, every day, right? So same thing for Nairobi. And then that person can curate an experience, like a package, and put it up on Tubayo. And then now when you're going to Nairobi, probably they will charge you like what? Like 5K Kenya shillings. And then they will take you around, which most people refer to as bar hopping. Yeah? We actually have a bunch of girls who do it here in Kampala. And bro, they bag. Because we have many young travelers coming into the country and they just want to see the party live. So you find them going out and they're getting paid to go out. Yeah. Which is, they're not influencers, but it's just because they know they are around the nightlife. Yeah.
The whole point. And by the way, I've had Prima and Danny.
Oh yeah, Drani. Yeah, Drani, yeah.
But now, yeah.
That was like what, 2 years ago? Yeah. Bro, a lot has moved.
Yeah. You have also been getting a lot of money from
oh my days, bro. The financing.
No, not like you should give me figures, but here's what. Let me try and explain the question.
Okay. I think we have been fortunate enough to win some grants through some partners, Mastercard, UNDP, Aga Khan Foundation, because they believe in our vision and they can see the work that we're doing on ground through, they call them ESOs, like supporting organizations in this ecosystem, like the Innovation Village, Outbox. Then recently, we also got into the NSSF High Innovator. So we have been fortunate enough, but it's because they see the vision that we have and the work that we have done on our own. So they know with just that.
So these grants are for expansion, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, they're for expansion. So expansion can be looked at in different ways. Yeah, not necessarily geographically, but growth is actually the right word. Yeah, so if you're currently providing jobs to 2,000 people directly, how do we grow that to 5,000? How do we grow that to 10,000? Yeah. So now that kind of growth also requires some resources that you may not have.
How is Tubayo measuring its growth?
Our KPIs, us, one of the things is how many people are earning through our platform, right? So on the travel bit, currently there are 2,000. Yeah. We want to grow that to 5,000, 10,000. Yeah. And by like 27, we should hit a mil of people who are earning through the platform. Yeah. And it's so fulfilling because the biggest percentage of these are young people, the youth, and about 65% are women. So that's something that gives us so much joy to know that we are doing something that is making fellow youth earn some money, buy some milk for home. And then through the market day, now the market day is crazy, because it brings about 400 young entrepreneurs in one day, and then over 1,000 people come to support them, which is not something that you find often here. Where 1,000 people are coming, they're coming for a show. They're coming for sport, right? But in this case, they come with the sole purpose of supporting these.
Tubayo connects African travelers, right?
Yeah.
What role do you see Tubayo playing in fostering a sense of shared identity and purpose in the continent?
Yeah, boss. Sorry, repeat that? The part of identity?
Yes. So what role do you see tourism playing in fostering a sense of shared identity and purpose in the continent?
Okay, so shared identity and purpose. I think the bit of identity is what is easy for me to like, give you an answer on. So you see how we grew up, we as Ugandans.
Yeah.
It's different from how Kenyans grew up, different from how South Africans grew up. I'm not good, people from Europe. There's a very big difference, yeah? There's a reason why even when you leave Kampala and you go to Nairobi, there's a difference in food. There's a difference in the way people are going to communicate. We all know how aggressive like Kenyans, Nigerians can be. There's a difference, Then even another things like the music alone. There's all those cultural differences that exist amongst all of us, and yet we are all one. We are Africans, right?
Yeah.
So travel gives you that opportunity to experience someone else's, culture, who they identify as, what they listen to, what they eat, their way of life, If you go to like Mbale, the Bagisu with the Imbalu, right? It is something that is so rich that we Westerners from the same country don't know about, but you get to know it if you go for like the festival. And okay, yes, definitely now circumcision has been, it's something that many people do, but then that cultural experience that the Bagisu identify with. So travel gives you that opportunity to experience someone else's identity that way. And when you get to experience other people's identity, one, in most cases, you're going to value it more, right? You're going to value your own culture even more. And then thirdly, you're going to live together because now some things are going to make more sense.
So you genuinely believe Tubayo is also fostering unity?
Yes.
Between, say, African countries?
Yes, because we have these local experiences that can only be found in Uganda. Mm-hmm. So if someone comes from South Africa, they get to do them that way. And even me, when I come to your country, I want to tell you that, we have this in Uganda. What do you guys have? Yeah. And I'm also going to say that. So we are all going to appreciate our cultures more, and then we are going to live better in harmony because we understand each other. I think you've seen, I don't know if you've met like Nigerians. I love Nigerians so much. When you meet a Nigerian and you ask them, hey, are you Igbo or Yoruba? Just because you know that, someone sees you differently. Then when you go even deeper and you say, which food do you prefer? Leave even jollof. You talk about fufu. Because you have traveled and you've gotten to experience that, you get to see, someone gets to see you differently, and then we get to live better together, right? So we get to appreciate each other. So, and I think through Tubayo, we are enabling that by making sure people can actually monetize that. Because I'm going to bring you to Entebbe and I'm going to take you around botanical gardens and the beach where I grew up swimming from, and you're going to pay me money. And we're all going to live when we are happy. I've made money. You've experienced my culture or how I grew up, and everyone is happy, and you're going to sell this to whoever you see right after that. Yeah. I don't know if that the part of identity, right? Yeah.
Mm. Also, maybe because again you're making travel as convenient as possible.
Yeah.
So it somehow then gives purpose, right? Now see like how Kenya is big on content creation.
Yeah.
So I have to spend some time to sit there,
yeah.
people outside.
Yeah.
So now that I know that I can just go to Tubayo and actually still pay with my phone.
Yeah.
That I've been struggling with. Sometimes when you get there in the night and then you get an Airbnb, they're telling you, hey, no, since you're staying just one night.
Bro, just tell the guy Mambo, bro. He will know you're from here, and actually now I get...
a really bad experience. So this guy made me do... two things have happened in Kigali and in Kenya. So I went to see Kenya, but then I did not have enough cash on me.
Okay.
Right. So I usually when I go to Kigali, I stay at a friend's place, who is like a cousin. But this time they were engaged. I couldn't stay at their place, and I was really just dumping in Kenya, dumping out.
Okay.
So when I get there, so the Airbnb I get, they wanted cash. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, but my cash was done.
Wait, how did you? Oh, you talked to them.
Yeah. I booked in, I was supposed to pay.
The guy got your details and then told you pay offline.
Yeah.
Bro.
So I didn't have the cash and they made noise. But I told them I'm going to come back and sleep. So they made me leave my phone and ID behind.
Are you you serious?
So I did not.
Yet you're here to, shoot content, bro. Yeah? How will you prove to your enemies that you went for Kendrick, bro?
It was,
Oh my goodness.
it was so weird.
Oh my god, bro. Do you know what you should have done?
No.
You should have used Tubayo. But so you see,
Go off it now.
now you see that experience, right?
Yeah.
First of all, the host transacting with you offline is already shady, right? Like you have gotten them through that platform.
Yeah.
Yeah?
The same thing I think that Uber guys do around here.
Yeah, like, bro, that's one of the most shady things that I've ever seen, right? Because in case of anything, the platform is not going to save you, the customer. Yeah, you're at your own, right? And even the homeowner forgets that even you, they don't know you, right? You could do something and there's not going to be any way of tracking you, yeah? So I don't know, what if you found your phone had been sold and the guys don't know you're holding your iPhone 15? The guy just sells it for what? Yeah. So when such things happen, it reminds me that, we as...
do I have insurance on Tubayo?
No, so for now, no.
Okay.
Yeah, for now, no. But the guarantee you have is that you know the people you are dealing with, right? And we also know the people we are dealing with, and we can actually get to these people. It won't take me less than it will take me less than 30 minutes for me to link you to a host or someone that we have in charge in that city, like Kigali, to get in touch with you and find out what's the problem. You don't have extra cash. Probably you had your UGX. And you know how our currency, once you cross, it's nothing, right? Yeah. But because we know that you are Ugandan and we know the currency issues, we can find a way to solve that, right? And then deal with the host. So that's the beauty that comes with, your very own platform that you can have easy access to. So yes, it's not scalable. It's not something that you can do for 1 million customers. But once you do it for Wamala, you will be so happy about it. And that way, we will get 100 more customers through you, yeah? I want to take you back to the point of purpose. And while we were just talking about it, the answer came in there. So you see, when we get to experience each other's cultures, you as a Ugandan, you're going to feel better about your culture because this is who you are, right? And that's why you will find Ugandans promoting these things on their own because they have seen the value that they have, over the weekend, I was talking to one of the doctors. He's a big professor from Makerere, and we were talking about how Egypt has the Ministry of Defense in Uganda. So we're talking about how Egypt has a Ministry of Defense here in Kampala. You would ask yourself, other countries have embassies, but Egypt has a Ministry of Defense here. Okay. You should know why.
I'm just finding out.
Yeah, so they have that because they have much interest in the Nile. Because Egypt lives on the Nile. Okay. The whole economy has grown because of the Nile, right? Yes, and don't get me wrong, Egyptians, smartest people ever, we see that in history, but they have that interest in River Nile. So imagine we as Ugandans also got to know the value the River Nile has, right? We are now going to live our lives knowing that we have to make the most of it. So it's going to give you a sense of purpose and belonging because this that you have here is very valuable and people elsewhere are looking for it. So one way to find out that is, through travel, yeah? Because even I've done a couple of trips to Europe, God, thanks be to God, and you get to see how these guys are living. The food, bro.
In this case, God bought you that ticket, but that's a joke.
Yeah, he's the source of everything, yeah? Guys should try him out. But you see the food that they are having for dinner, lunch, supper, breakfast. And at that point, I can do anything to get my matoke or that katogo, right? So because I have seen what other people are doing, that has made me feel better about my local food. And now I'm not a guy of junk because I know hey, we have all this local food around us, yeah? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's maybe just about purpose and then the benefits of travel, yeah? And now if you talk about the benefits of travel, we 100% believe travel leads to development. When you move from your village and you come to town and you see how people are transacting, when you go back to your village, you want to see the same thing. with other factors held constant. Yeah. So in simple terms, you will move to a place, see what's being done there, and see how do you bring that back. You know, you guys are digital players now. I'm sure when you have these trips and you meet with like other fellow podcasters out of Uganda and you see what equipment they're using, you come back home and you also want to upgrade. But all that is because you have taken the chance to move from your place to another place. And just like we saw what the explorers and all those guys did when they came here and they saw that there is no railway, you know, to move things. The guys moved the railway and then we saw all that happened. But yeah, I hate colonialism, but yeah. Let's not go there.
So, have you had one of those testimonial pieces from, say, a client where, or maybe a community, where the impact was solid?
Yeah.
They say that because of Tubayo, was saved of this nightmare. Say like my situation in Chingale, something like that.
Yeah, so
something like that.
So we are very fortunate that we have a couple of those going around. Even just like December, because December is a very good month for us in the travel industry. People now for like zip lining, right? If you go directly to pay for zip lining, you're going to pay more than you would have paid when it's on Tubayo.
How so?
So through Tubayo it's 55k, and if you go directly, the guy will charge you 65. So just something like that.
So you guys have discounts
with some players who understand the value that we are offering them. Yeah, and then we have had many instances where people have reached accommodation and probably it's not ready. Yeah, and because of our personalization and our constant being in touch with the customers, with the traveler, we are able to get them a solution right away because we know what area you're in, so we know where to place you. Yeah, yeah. So all those are some of the testimonies. Then definitely the earning opportunity that has come for the hosts, because some of them have put their homes on Tubayo, and because we are on ground, you know, we know how to promote them, we know how to get them the business. Yeah, we have had hosts who have taken their kids to school through some of the money that they're earning through Tubayo. Then we have people who have, from their 9 to 5, because of the work that you're doing for these homeowners, they have also set up these accommodation units and are now earning extra money. And to be honest, nothing beats that thank you message from the host saying that, hey, thank you so much for helping me realize this opportunity. I am now earning extra income. They can't give you anything that can, you know, beat that message of the person saying thank you. And then the travelers, I would say we have saved relationships. Yeah, we have saved relationships, yeah? Because the guy was so nice. Yeah, because man, the girls, sorry for using girls, but like, you know, the couples are tired of doing the same thing on and on, you know? Like going to dinner, you know, going out. But through our platform, we give them unique experiences that they can do. And these experiences are so powerful, bro.
Are there experiences in Mombasa?
Bro, just, yeah, they are, yeah? And I just want to, you know, like show you how powerful these experiences are, yeah? So something like a cooking class. This is an experience where you guys come together and none of you, okay, yes, you have the basic cooking skills, yeah? But you're going to be taught by a professional chef, right? You're going to prepare a unique, that meal that you're paying for, probably $15 for at a nearby restaurant, yeah? But she is going to teach you step by step. She's going to guide you actually on top of the teaching, and you prepare this meal yourself, and you live with that skill, yeah? And it's crazy the bonds that are formed through these such experiences, yeah? Travel is one of the best way, actually. If you have your girl and you're trying to find out some things, travel with her. You will see someone very well, yeah? So these experiences create deeper bonds within relationships, you know? And personally, the cooking experience gave me confidence to go into that kitchen and know that I can also prepare like a really nice meal, because I'm from a family of boys who know how to prepare really good food. So usually me as the dishes guy, but now I also on Christmas, yeah, I'm in that kitchen because I know now I can cook, yeah. And then now the couples are always open to the suggestions that we have for them.
So tell me something. If I'm planning a trip in Mombasa, right?
Yeah.
My girl, I want us to have a really good time and shoot really aesthetic content for Instagram, right? Because she's also really trying to like grow the the Instagram brand and have the numbers on there, right?
Mm.
So, do you think if I chose Tubayo, and I want you to really, really honestly answer this.
Yep.
If I choose to get my excursions through Tubayo and not your competition, I'll have cheaper packages on Tubayo. Have you done some way around there? Like if I design my package with Tubayo against Tubayo's competition, maybe even the global traders, the players,
so
will I have a cheaper package?
Okay, very good question and simple answer. I don't guarantee that you'll have a cheaper package.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you'll have a more affordable package, right? But
not like cheaper.
Yeah, but in most cases, it will be the right price for what you want, right? Because we are still on this growth stage. We haven't yet reached that level of being influencing, like, let me say, price. Not yet, for now, right? So we know that you will not offer you that very affordable price that you want, but then we shall give you other benefits that I've been talking about that are even priceless to make sure your stay is very comfortable. You understand? So yes, you pay the $300 for the skydiving, but then you'll be very happy because you know along the whole journey there's been someone who has been following up with you. Hey, is everything okay? Are you guys comfortable? Have you met with the host? Those little things that we know matter so much, especially to a traveler when you're traveling outside your country, even just here in Uganda. Yeah. So those are the things that we know we'll do for you that will make you proud of the decision that you made to travel with Tubayo. Yeah. And then very soon, I'm sure, we will have unique discounts are only available on Tubayo and not elsewhere. Yeah. And I think actually, as a traveler, also myself, sometimes I'm not looking for something that's very cheap. Yeah. Sure. I'm looking for the best service. Yeah. The best value that I can get for my money. Yeah. We have seen those cases where...
So are the ratings going to matter when you go to Tubayo?
Yes, they will. Yeah, they will. Because you are a price-sensitive customer. Like, we can't forget that. Yeah. But we have to make sure that you also appreciate the other value that we are going to give you. Yeah. So, and that's like a lesson to like us builders of these e-solutions, right? So the price, I know the price is going to matter to you, but I have to make sure I promote the value that I'm going to give you such that price is not in your hierarchy of why you shouldn't, but rather now it's, secondary to you making your decision. Yeah. So you make your decision because you know I'm getting all this. I don't mind to pay that price. Yeah. Yeah. And it's, it also helps the company survive, right? Because rather than going for that pricing things really low to attract customers, that's not sustainable. You're going to crash before you know it. Yeah. So rather set a right price, and go ahead and make sure that we offer the value that the customer has actually paid for.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So what are like your long-term goals for Tubayo's influence on?
Yeah. You're going to make me forget the questions I have for you, by the way. Yeah. Okay. No problem. Okay. Yeah.
Tubayo's global influence on like the whole travel industry. Like what other bigger goals that maybe you can just highlight on?
Okay.
So that we just keep hooked onto this thing.
Okay. So definitely by 2027 want to enable over 1 million people earning through our platform. That will easily mean if we can hit at least maybe 10 million travelers within Africa, then also 2027. Yeah, you can actually hold us accountable for that. And the good thing, this is content that's going to be out there. And then we want to take on Mars space exploration. That's in 2030. We want to go to Mars because I don't know why not. Let's do it, and then we see what happens. Okay. That's in 2030. Then
I'll be here.
You will be here, I'm sure. You will shoot a big conversation on the spaceship, right? I hope these guys will be on board. And open up in more markets, be present in more markets, because currently we're in 5 countries, but But then we know there's mad opportunity across the African continent. So you will be seeing us in more countries as time comes. Yeah.
So before we jump away from Tubayo,
Yeah.
and first go into some segment of your questions, is how profitable is this whole idea? Is it when do you hope to break even?
Good question. So someone who's planning to start something, please look away. So the profitability question, definitely we're not yet profitable, but ours is different from what a traditional business's profitability is. Yeah, not changing the underlying definition, like what break-even is, but for a technology company, the profitability is okay. Yes, it's one of the things, but there are other things that have more, like that you have to focus on more, right? So yeah, so yes, we are not profitable at the moment here, but are we growing in numbers of users? Are we having more payments happening on the platform?
So you're measuring growth differently.
Yes, So we don't really look at the profit aspect because we know that's okay. That's coming soon, but then it doesn't mean so much to us if we don't have as many customers using our product, right? So we have to see now to us, if today we have had 100,000 customers and then next year I'm still on 100,000, that's a problem, right? So the way these platforms work, they work with bigger volumes. Yeah, because you are earning off using percentages. So if I need to earn 1 billion and I'm doing 20%, that means I have to do 120% times 1 billion for me to earn 1 billion shillings. Yeah, I've just done it like backwards. Yeah. So to us, there's more KPIs that mean more sense, especially at this stage. And then now issues of profitability will come in. So yes, we are not yet profitable, but that will happen very soon. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Hey, are you profitable as a podcast? Okay, yeah. No. Actually, I wanted to find out, one, how do you guys monetize? Because this is an interesting space, and I think this is the best time to be content creators ever.
Yeah, so, of course, we're investing in the future of content. So the hope alone for us is more like a profit. But also the podcast really makes money for us in terms of equipment, right? So not the ordinary of doing things. We are not advertising yet, but we are looking into it. We are talking to a few partners and business owners and integrating their products and their marketing into podcasting, right?
Yeah.
Because we believe that's really the future. People are more inclined to believe conversations where they feel like they have control. So, and that the podcasting gives you that you can look for Boris now and listen to travel. You can really specify, right?
Yeah.
AI alone can try and tailor what podcast you will listen to.
Yeah.
Depending on what you like. So that's there.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of, so does my view on YouTube help you?
Yeah, it does.
How?
So when you view it, first of all, it will get in your algorithm. So the people that follow you will see the podcast.
Okay.
And the people that take an interest in the things you like will see it.
Damn, do I have followers on YouTube?
Anything they like, the
okay.
views.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Then also, for the long run, YouTube pays.
Okay.
So the more we'll accumulate as many views as possible,
Mm.
the more we'll grow our fan base and pay. And again, once we have views, this is exactly what we sell to the people we're looking to partner with. But again, this equipment here is the production house, right? So
yeah, it's top.
We rent out the equipment. We also do this same kind of arrangement for other people, so we also rent out the space. So in a way, Big Conversations then markets what the vision of Yugotam is about.
Okay. Then, this is going to be tough. All right. So usually they say, they ask artists, what's your best song on the album?
Yeah.
Now I'm not going to ask you for what's your one. Who are your top 3 guests that you've had on the pod?
Isabel Ligi there, she's very brilliant.
Isabel Ligi.
Yeah.
I saw the setting of the pod. It was quite interesting.
She's been there 3 times.
Okay. I don't know why my algorithm showed me that setting, but
so she's been there 3 times.
Yeah.
She's been at the symposium. She also was on the podcast with Kenneth. So that is like my favorite conversation
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
That's one.
So,
Mm.
Hillary.
Hillary. Okay.
Strong touch of a bit of motivation.
Mm.
His perspective
The
to life
tweet.
comes from like a very humble background. Then I've also really had the opportunity to work with him. I know the character he is.
Yeah.
So that's a really good conversation for me. Then
the third.
Kenneth Muhanji.
Kenneth Ketia. But these are your clients, boss. Yeah, strategic guy. Yeah, strategic guy. No,
but Kenneth is
Ketia. Yeah, big conversation should be at this year's symposium. Yeah, Kenneth, big ups to you, man.
They know it.
Yeah.
So the thing with Kenneth is on there taking meditation, and those are things I like to learn.
Bro.
So he's giving me that.
Yeah.
About it.
Actually, speaking on Kenneth,
Yeah.
that's a wise guy. He's very smart. Bro, I was listening to his podcast and I had to be making research on like, what? How does he know all these things? Yeah.
He's read very well.
Yeah.
Read, which is brilliant. So him and who in there is really good. My good friend Richard Sandy.
No.
Yeah, I don't think he's not popular. We just go to the same school but different ages. So he's on their podcasts about 4 hours speaking about maybe parenting, things, life experiences,
Yeah.
and they also associate with him off the podcast. So when it comes to the podcast, I know that there is cause for him to be speaking to people.
Okay, that was the friends card. So you hit up the celebrity, the sponsor, the social media guy, then the friend. But you know, I think you guys are doing like something really great, because you see like those topics that you've mentioned for your last friend, parenting and all. It's crazy how like these shows are really informative because you get to hear from like personal stories, like you can relate.
Of podcasting, right?
Yes. It is like right now, if you have a topic, you just can search and then you see probably a local podcast. Because now me, I want to see like, okay, what are my fellow Ugandan, probably guys who are older than me thinking, or how did they go through such times of their lives, right? So yeah, so I think there's also that bit of like you guys pushing something that's super informative.
Storytelling is very important to us. Actually, when you look at the tagline for the production house, it's only humans tell stories. So we want to redefine how the African story is told, right? We want the African to tell their own story, their experience. So with platforms like Big Conversations, we are giving as many people the opportunity to have a say into their own story. And it's been quite interesting. We've had people on here that speak things into existence, right? Pfizer had a cooking show going on TV.
Nice, yeah.
She had it on here first. Zamzion getting on NRG radio. So she was just on here really hoping she would get on radio. And the most recent one, Kahuma speaking on his Guinness records.
Nice.
So he was on the podcast talking to me about it. Then the next other one is going to do on so that version of, you know what, you have this platform and you can express yourself. And we're not only looking out for industry experts, right? We are saying anyone that feels they could have a big conversations, we are willing to understand their perspective.
Nice.
Just explore that. Yeah.
Impact right there. Impact. Yeah. You sleep a happy man.
Exactly.
Yeah. My
so
last one.
really talking to people is fulfilling, right? You become a better you the more you talk to people. The more you understand, it's more like traveling. You're just going through people's experiences over into their mind, what they know, how they think, what they think about. Thank you. Yeah. Crazy man. Well done. Thank you.
We'll just keep going, man.
Yeah, you guys are.
Yeah. So Mars 2030 is going to happen since we said it on the Big Conversations. Word. Yeah. Crazy.
Very nice to pull that out when it has worked.
Yeah. I'll give you my last one when I'm leaving.
Okay.
The last question.
So, your personal philosophy, you emphasize.
Bro, that's some Kenneth Muhanji question, man.
Hey.
Bro.
Step for you guys, the deep mind. So, your personal philosophy emphasizes the power of the mind. How has this shaped your leadership style and approach to challenges, seeing as you're so really heading operations at a fast-moving tech asset for Africa?
Bro, I love how you phrased that question. So, I've read quite some books so far. The book that actually transformed my life was called "Positive Attitude is Everything." I read that in that holiday before there's that long holiday, like for us who did uni here in Kampala, in Uganda. I think when you've internship, before the internship, yeah? It's about 3 months. And us at MOOBS, the organizations that were giving us like 1 month. So we had some time to ourselves. And then I read that book and, bro, it transformed my life. It showed me that, positive attitude is everything. How I take things, how I see things, if something if something hasn't gone my way, how do I react to it? How do I let it get into my brain? And I have the power to that. So I may not control the things on the external, but then what goes into my mind, I have that. Then now recently I joined a book club, and we are reading. Yeah.
Which one?
I don't know if it has a name. It's by Chef Gloria. Okay. It's called Living It Up, I think. Yeah, that's our WhatsApp. Damn, I just recalled. Yeah. And our book that we're reading this month is called Power of the Subconscious Mind by Dr. Murphy. And he's just reminding us of like all these things that people like us who have these levels of optimism, positivity, believe in, right? So here he's telling us how the mind operates and how it has, the subconscious and then the conscious mind. Yeah. And the conscious mind is the one that will go to sleep at your usual time. It's the one that will do what you do normally, like brush, do what else. But then there's also the subconscious mind, which feeds the conscious mind, right? And now that subconscious mind is like a garden that you personally you're the one who feeds it. So if you wake up and you're looking at everything going wrong, it's going to feed that to the rest of your brain. And yes, everything is going to go wrong, right? But you have...
my podcast, let me just get in there. As a podcast with my friend Eddie, so he talked about, is it the power of the mind? Is it not? It's not...
Yeah, I think there's also a book on power of the mind.
So here's the thing. If his analogy is, if so many people in there believe something, it becomes true.
Yeah, I think that's also in the Bible. Power of faith. So as
it comes to life,
it will come to life, right? So imagine when you know such things, as a operations lead, as a founder of a startup, as a leader, as a manager of human resource at any organization that you're at. Yeah, an organization, I don't only mean businesses, even family, social groups, even when you're leading a bunch of travelers, bro, there's those trips where it will rain like never before, but because you are the guide or you're the person from Tubayo, in that moment, everyone's trust is in you. So you have the power to shape them to where you want them to do, what you want them to think. If you're going to make them believe that this is the worst thing that has happened, they will believe so. But if you want to make them feel like, no, it could have been worse, and actually we are okay, they will believe in you. Yeah. So not to deviate from your point of where collective faith actually breeds reality, where people who come together believing in the same thing bring it to life. That's the role of the CEO actually, to transform the people who are working for you, with you, to believe in this collective goal. So I'm a big believer in Liverpool. I love that team so much. Yeah. And everyone who follows football knows the effect Klopp has on players. So Klopp, through the leadership team, is going to make a one, like recently we have Bradley who was just making his debut, right? And because he has set that sense of belief and sense of knowing that I'm able to, other players are also going to push the same vibe to that new player who's making his debut on the first team, and the player is going to show up, right? And we have this strength as Liverpool, like whenever you give us half time to talk to each other, he's going to come and just preach belief in knowing that, hey, we can actually do it. We all remember the Barcelona game, the 4-0, right? He during the halftime, he actually told the guys that in the world there's no one who can beat Barcelona, but the only people who stand a chance are in this room at Liverpool. Bro, Milner. These are average players, right? But the guys got on and played with all their life, you know. So as founders, as leaders of different organizations, you know, you have that. It's your role to always, you know, preach to these people, to make them have faith in what you are building, your vision, bring them on board. And because now, not only you're not the only believer, but you also have a couple of guys around you. Now, everyone is going to work to that vision because they now believe in it, right? So, leads back to, like, you know, your mind, you know. So you keep feeding it with that on a daily basis because your CEO is telling you that, hey, I actually believe you're going to do this, you know. So when you keep feeding that to your mind, keep feeding it, it's just a matter of time before you now actually also believe it that, hey, I can actually do this. And that's how you find teams doing really outstanding things, you know, because, you know, guys like Apple, right? The guy didn't do it on his own, you know. The team had to also believe in that vision that he had, which is, it's not so far from faith, you know, because vision is that, you know, who are we to say we want to sell Africa to the world, right? But there's a bunch of Ugandans, you know, 8, 9 people on the Tubayo team who are believing that they can actually do it. Yeah. And I think a good example would be like our market day. Yeah. This is, you know, it started off from the yard in Bugolobi, right? But there's a backstory to it. But it started off from the yard in Bugolobi. And at Tubayo, we don't like to call things the way most people would call them. We call this the Global Tubayo Market Day, right? So now, the way you do things at that market day, as you, the team that is in charge, you are looking at, this is the Global Tubayo Market Day, right? So it shouldn't shock guys when they see this as the biggest youth market day, you know, in East Africa, you know, because of just those simple things that we keep telling ourselves. And
so how big is the market going to be, though? The market day, is it going to expand into some sort of like festival where we take like 3 days shopping spree?
Damn, that would be dope. That would actually be dope. Wow.
Well,
yeah,
guys just coming into like shop from Tubayo Market Day. Then also, speaking of the market day, so the idea is again around Bubu, right? But
yes.
In Uganda, because it is operating in Uganda. Yeah, but I've had some feedback on there about most of the stuff not being Ugandan. What do you say about it?
Yeah, good question. So, I think a 3-day shopping spree would be dope. Yeah. December we did about 2 days, and it was beautiful to see how the young adults majorly come in on Saturday, then Sunday the families check in, and it's a different energy when it's like families, you know, coming in. You see moms, dads with their kids coming in to support all these young entrepreneurs. And to these parents, it makes so much sense to them because they are seeing youth who are doing something productive, you know. They're not just, you know, living their life the way they should, but they are taking that leap of faith to come up with these businesses. And, you know, and actually it's, you know, like, big ups to these guys, you know, like you leave your home and you come and you're like, today I want to sell this, you know. There's guys who are making their own stuff. And, you know, Motive is one of the big pushers in local creatives. So leading to your question of people saying that the stuff is not Ugandan, I think it's a macro issue that it's a representative of who we are as Ugandans, what you see there. So, if I tell you that I made this book, right, and I have another book here that I say is made by, I think Pickfair manufactures locally, but, okay, yeah, actually there's guys who are making laptops in Uganda, right? If the guy brings that laptop and he brings an HP or a Mac, be honest with me, who are you going to go for?
Depends on the specifications I'm reading.
Okay, specifications, but we all know you will be, right? So it's a representation of who we are as Ugandans, yeah? We don't have so much belief in our own products, yeah? And remember, these business owners are out here to make money, right? The customer behavior the customer behavior dictates what they should go in. Because these are also fellow Ugandans who know that, bro, guys do not like local products, yeah?
So, in that, would the solution then be to can we then set the market base to promote a Bubu product?
Yeah.
Theme?
Yeah, that would be ideal.
Product.
That would be ideal.
Because what Apple is using there is, it has already backed real estate because about it being such a cool brand and whatnot.
Yeah.
They're seeing it in the movies, the association around it is cool, right? So, but Tubayo is also, besides just, it's giving a platform for Bubu, for guys, for local guys, and also for the products to shine, right? So, this is not so far away from, say, vision from products, say, like Uganda Connect. So, I've worked for some of these products, and the vision is around promoting.
Yeah, the guys.
Not the
well done. No. No, me, I'm just proud of where the Uganda flag is going. Yeah. But yeah, so well done.
So I'm thinking, because the idea around there is, you know what, whatever you're planting, as long as Uganda, you come there,
bring it out.
Package it like this for the international market, so that we can compete at the same level. And it's really quite brilliant.
True.
So I am thinking Tubayo is also doing almost the same thing. This is a global market day.
Yeah.
Right? Can we then have a global product then we push?
Yeah, as local. So that's what we want to happen, right? But it's, one step at a time, taking it slowly by slowly, yeah? Because previously, these creatives didn't have a platform to shine, right? Because actually, I was supposed to even give you some stats here. About 65% is not locally made, right? The rest is locally made, right? So there's already some people who are using this as a platform to promote their local products, yeah? And Motive are one of our partners, and these guys push, locally made products, yeah? So we have started already to see that we promote these guys through this platform that, we are providing to them, and this is not only to Tubayo, but even you, the customer. And it's just a matter of time that we find even smarter ways of promoting these locally made goods, yeah, like what UG Connect did, yeah? And the best way to actually solve for it would be, us as Africans, us as Ugandans, starting to believe in our own, we see what the Nigerians are doing. They believe so much, and bro, it's really funny because when you leave UG and go elsewhere and you find another African, they're going to rate you because they know you are African, But yet here back home, when we see each other, somehow it's not so easy for you to accept what that person is trying to sell to you, right? So definitely you guys are going to say the quality, all that, yeah. But when we set such a high standard, it's good to have a high standard, but then we make it so hard for the dreamers, for the people who are daring to do it, to achieve it. So they end up losing out on that dream, right? But if you come to me, and because it's local, I'm going to actually support you, and I'm going to give you feedback on it, on how you can improve. And the best way to give feedback, we may argue about this, reach out privately to the person, say, hey, this and this didn't go well, and I think you can probably do it better this way, yeah? Such that next time the product comes back on market, it has also improved. But yeah, so that way we get to support the people who have taken that first step, and then that will also encourage the others, yeah? And then definitely, personally, it will be my joy to have like a whole Tubayo market with only locally made products, because the guys actually making like really nice products,
What are some measures on quality control? Are you always just trusting Bubu itself to whatever passes Bubu can pass to Tubayo?
Yeah, I think it's Bubu, bro. Like just like the high standard thing that I'm talking about, yeah. Like just show someone that you believe in them, and then let's see what comes out of them, yeah. Quality control, like that's work of like URSB, UNBS, These are things that now a startup Tubayo to start doing quality control. No, what we can do is work with already existing partners like URSB, UNBS to come and educate these people on how they can actually standardize their products, yeah? Because rather than saying no to someone before they even get out of the house, let them first get out, and then along the way you tell them, hey, this is how you can improve, and these are the benefits, because it's going to lead you to this and this that you want to see. Because all these guys want to see their business growing, yeah? But I'm not for us discouraging them right away, Let's find them along the way, and then we see how do we help them grow. Yeah, that was a really good question. Yeah.
How do you envision the future of travel in Africa, seeing as now we have technology at its peak with platforms like yours? because
Yeah.
we used to have Pan-Africanism where I can just get a platform like yours and I'm in Nairobi here and there. Like, how do you see it? Do you feel like people are going to travel more? Do you feel like that's our nature, or it's just a white man thing?
Damn, it's not a white man thing. People are traveling more. So we are already in the future of travel, because now travel has other forms. So travel is no longer, so yes, the definition still stands, moving from point A to point B, country to another, but there's now more forms to travel, There's culinary experiences that weren't there before, Or people would do them, but they didn't know that, hey, this is actually a travel experience, There's, even fitness is a thing now, People go to like Western Uganda, to do yoga via Lake Bunyonyi, deepest lake in Africa. And that gives them some sort of satisfaction that they're looking for, Even just going to Lake Bunyonyi, you go to, people are now moving to like the different gyms, to do these classes, all those experiences, yeah? So there's like new forms of travel already that we are experiencing now that weren't recognized before. So I believe we're already in the future there, and people are traveling more. Like in lockdown, Ugandans saw their country more than ever because there was no flying out, right? And people wanted, I think that's when most young tour operators came up, because now Ugandans wanted to travel. They could not go to Dubai. They could just go to Jinja.
So there's also that myth of, say, things like costings, yeah?
Yeah.
So Ebs to Dubai is almost cheaper than Ebs to Nairobi.
Yeah, bro. So, man, that gets me some kind of way. But it's so we're not going to deny. I'm with you on that.
So actually, forget Ebs to Dubai.
Yeah.
Could be cheaper than
it's
Kampala to Queen Elizabeth. In terms of cost.
No.
I have seen.
No, Ebs to Dubai.
Daughters, right?
Yeah.
Sleeping at Royal Daughters is about, I think, $1 million a day or something.
Yeah, but that one is fine because that's a crazy lodge, Okay,
but
probably. No, what? Yes. Oh, so okay, you're right.
Yeah.
All right, and I'm with you on a couple of them. Right. So, some of the solutions that have to be. So there's a couple of solutions. So you tell the Wild Waters guy, why are you charging $300 a night, right? A foreigner is even paying more. Yeah. Okay. Let's just use gorilla permits. Yeah. A gorilla permit for Ugandan is $250K. It's going to be increased to 300,000, right? And then for the foreigner, it's 700K. So you see, in that way, they are as if promoting you, the local traveler, to go there, right? But okay, for the example of like Wild Waters, $300 a night. If you ask them to reduce, there's going to be a follow-up question. Ugandans don't travel. You understand? Because even that's why our flights are very expensive. Because taking a flight is still a prestigious thing. When you tell your parents you're going to fly, they want to push you to the airport. If you tell them you're going to Jinja, you understand? Every guy calls. It's still considered a very prestigious thing, because of the cost that is attached to it and how rare it is. So those are some of the underlying factors that lead to those prices that we see. Because even I'm sure Wild Waters would want to charge $100 for Ugandans and probably $400 for non-Ugandans, to promote the local travel. But you guys, when you have the money, you're going to Dubai. You're not going to consider Wild Waters.
So the numbers matter.
The numbers matter, because in most cases it's the numbers. It's about the numbers. Yeah. How are people frequenting these places? Yeah. But that's not the only hindrance. So that shouldn't be the excuse for them not to charge a lower price for a Ugandan. I believe they need to be supported.
Yeah.
So they need to be supported, and the best person to do that would be the government. So the government has to see that it encourages you, Amala, to travel to Jinja, to Wild Waters, yeah? And there's many ways they can do that, right? One, having a very... Because traveling to Jinja is like, what, 4 hours?
It's 2 hours. 1 hour.
Okay, bro, how do you drive? But, like, you see all that
1 hour,
time?
20 minutes.
1 hour, 20. But Jinja is actually closer than that. It should take less, right?
40 minutes.
Right? So, if there is very quick transport to there, low fees.
Trains, things like SGR.
Yes. Bro, I was in Lisbon and I traveled a distance that is 3 times from Kampala to Mbara. I paid only 10K. But here it's like 45, right? And it's because every hour there's a bus full of 70 people going to that same direction. So when there's more traffic to a place, it's easy to play with the prices, yeah? So these guys have to be supported, you know? They have very crazy costs, you know? So those costs have to be lowered or, you know, negotiated with them such that a better price is charged for the Ugandans. So this is like to, you know, the policymakers, yeah? They have to find ways of enabling travel, like, you know, to make it so easy for people to get to the places and then also not charging really high rates, you know, for these experiences, because that's what leads to the big price. Because the airlines are also not here because now the airlines, for them, it's too complicated. The airport is too small. The runway is, you know, it's the one of Idi Amin up to now, you know. This is a business that is so risky, you know. So the country itself has to step up to support such industries, and that way we shall have prices going down because more people travel. Bro, going to Rwanda, using Rwanda Air is like what, $300, and yet there's an alternative of an 8-hour bus. You know, you went okay.
But that depends, right? So if I'm going to Nairobi and I have an urgent meeting, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have a full-time job here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That requires me to be here. But I'm also the salesperson of the company.
Yeah.
So I have to like really look for business here and there. So what that also entails is content is big and Kenya is big on content right now. So I am trying to fix so many partnerships out there. So if it's like something urgent as say the First Lady's office inviting you to like give them a proposal on like a podcast, I'll take the flight. That is just
you're going to break your arm and leg to take the flight because you know it's very important.
Yeah, but if I have 2 days
to
move, then I can take the bus. I don't have a problem.
No, bro, come on. That journey is hectic, man. Be honest.
Yeah, it is very.
It is.
It's very hectic.
No, I wouldn't
and
wish.
The bus service is so crazy.
You see that? So actually, you're taking the bus because you don't have an option. You know, because paying 100K or paying
125
return, right? Like that's simple. Let me suffer through this 12 hours. First of all, how can it be 12 hours? That's a lot of time on the road, right? You're spending half your day traveling. You're not doing anything, yeah? So you're doing that because there's no option, yeah? So these policymakers have to find ways of supporting these existing players because that way they will promote. The EU has showed us the benefits of having open borders. Now this leads us to like a whole completely new thing, right?
Yeah, but let's go into it as well.
Yeah, you get your Schengen visa, and you can travel through any European country that you want, yeah, with just one entry, right? Now, they have the trains, they have the flights, you know, like $40 from like Lisbon to, you know, Madrid, $40, you know, that's the same price as going from Kampala to Nairobi. But here it's going to take you less than an hour and you will be there and you will conduct the business, yeah? And the benefits of that are crazy. So if you had your pineapple, it will take you 1 hour. It's there. You sell it. You even come back home in the evening, right? So these guys are doing it and we are not also learning from them. So it's not only us, the customers or the target market, but it's, you know, it's policy level that has to come in to see that incentives are put in for these players, yeah? And we shall travel because, bro, like 8 hours, 12 hours to go to Kigali, Nairobi, now Dar es Salaam, bro. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Yeah, and it's just because these guys are not supported enough, to be honest, yeah? Because even us as players, even just in this market, you can charge even lower than what we're charging, but it's because there's so much underlying there that you have to take care of, no matter what. So you end up charging that high price that the customer is not happy with.
So at some point at the end of last year, I went to DRC, and I could just see you.
What? Kinshasa?
Yeah.
How is it, man?
It's dope. It's the most beautiful city, in my opinion.
Okay.
So
hey.
Also in experiences, the party life. What if you're Ugandan? You
really? Yeah. They still play what do they call it? Their music, Willow Longoba, and
so
all this.
More like Zumba nights and they're crazy. They go crazy with those. They actually really go crazy with those nights. Now, the thing there was like this area we got into, right?
Yeah.
That had it's not like a street club or what, but there's a lot of going on.
Yeah.
The sex business makes a lot of money, and there are all these just day and night. It's like some kind of festival kind of arrangement going on.
Okay.
So, but that would be a thing that would play into your values as a human being.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if Tubayo is to expand that side,
Yeah.
do you feel like that would be a challenge you face in maintaining your values while scaling to bigger markets?
Okay.
Or what your experiences with other things? Do you feel like some things have to skip because of your personal values?
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
Okay. So, guys, when you see me in Kinshasa, I haven't gone for the businesses that have been given Kalango. I'll be going for business, real business, yeah? Yeah. So, I think that's like a personal question even. Your values.
How are they affected in your quest to like really scale big globally, right? Because it's different cultures everywhere.
Yeah, that you're trying to bring all together, you know? So I think you have to be true to your values no matter what, you know? So you have a Ugandan audience and religion is big here. So it's something related to that, you know? Because you are Muslim, there's things that you're not going to do, even when you know. You could do them, but because of the religion and the values that it carries, you know. So you have to stick to your values, like no matter what, you know. I believe that even makes life easier, makes relations easier because it is clear who you are, what you believe in, yeah, and what you stand for. So it's not just about creating opportunity for people, but it's about doing something that you also personally believe in because you are the creators of the platform, right? So there's legal substances that are sold here in Kampala, and people are like, can I bring this to the market day? And we're like, no. Yeah.
So you don't allow marijuana at market day?
There's some things we don't allow at the market day, right? Because we know that's not something that we believe in to be sold at a platform that we are providing, yeah? And it makes it easy, you know, because that way you don't have to deal with like law enforcement and things like that. So if you go to a country like DRC that you've said has a fast-growing sex business going on, it wouldn't make sense for us to have such an experience on our platform because that's not something that we believe in, right? Yeah, because of the values that we are accustomed to. So, yeah.
So imagine a world where responsible tourism thrives and benefits everyone, travelers, communities, and the environment. Have you imagined that world? Do you believe Tubayo is making that a reality?
Yes, to one extent. So there is like different spheres you can look at it. So I think that's like a question that's related to like sustainability.
Yeah.
So sustainability is not just about growing trees, you know. There's like other forms, and I think one that's very important is economic sustainability. So in our case, we are promoting financial inclusion in a way, greatly promoting it. Through the market day, you'll see that these young entrepreneurs who are 90% females are earning money through selling something, through trading, right? So that way they have some money that they can spend elsewhere. When you travel to Ginger or CP Falls, you're going to meet Job, who stays there, and he's going to take you on this experience to, you know, hike CP Falls, very beautiful falls. Highly recommend the experience. And you're going to pay them money. You know, you're going to hike, you will pay some money. So these guys have some money that they can survive on. They can support other people. Tourism is one of the industries that has a high ripple effect. Like when it comes to trickle down effect of money. Yeah. You pay one person, the other person pays another, and all that happens. Yeah. So, to your question, one is through, you know, the economic sustainability, and then also which has the financial inclusion. Then also, you know, it takes us back to what we said about purpose and identity. People get to see what other people have, and that way you get to even value what you have, you know, because when you travel to, like, you know, deep down into the country, you'll find all these people on the road happy, you know, living out of their gardens, and they are okay with that, They're not on their phones 24/7, or to communicate to one another, they have to walk from wherever they stay to go, to the next town council. And you back here in Kampala, you're fortunate enough to have your phone, things like that, right? So it's giving people, it makes you appreciative in your life more, right? And those are some of the benefits of tourism. And then definitely protection of the environment, because Ginger now knows that the River Nile is making them money through these experiences that are done there, like the bungee, the quad biking, because like quad biking, RIP to the founder, Rob Davis, passed away last week. Yeah. So when you're going for that experience, you're told that in case you damage anyone's gardens, you're going to pay, And even when you're going to like the national parks, part of the money, part of the revenue that is made through the national parks, about, I think 20%, is given back to the local community, because they need the local community to know the benefits this national park has to them, and that will also conserve it for the future. So I think those are some of the ways that come to mind.
The Nyege Nyege Festival.
Oh, Ali guy.
How do you see a rise in bookings to Tubayo?
Yes.
So do you feel like?
So our prayer is that Talent Africa organizes like 4 Nyeges in a year. Yeah, because bro, like the impact it has, like people are going to sell food, people are going to sell drinks, people are going to sell their accommodations, people are going to sell their experiences, artists are going to get paid, you creatives are going to have a space to thrive, because like this previous one had a lot of so much young talent, And
what role is Tubayo playing in that?
Yeah, so definitely ours is straight away through provision of the accommodations, and then also the experiences that you can do, because we all know you go for Nyege party all night, wake up in the morning, wake up in the afternoon, you don't want to go back straight to the venue, go explore Ginger, right? Go do the water slide, and then later go, right? So we make it easy for you to find what other things you can do while there. And then for the accommodation, it is straight up. Personally, I'm not a tense guy when I go for Nyege. I prefer to go back to my Tubayo home, sleep comfortably, shower my hot water, and then go back to the venue. So that's how we help them. And the success of such events doesn't only make Talent Africa happy, but there's like a bunch of other guys who's right? You understand, yeah? So the artists are going to get bookings when more people have seen the talents that they have, You creatives, you're going to be there shining, and more people are going to know who you are. Even us as Tubayo, we are not partners yet, but we are going to get the bookings because of Nyege Nyege. If you'll allow me to say this, so that just shows, I like to, remind people that we have to pray for the success of each other, because if we pray for Nyege to keep succeeding, it's going to put our country more on the map, it's going to have more visitors, and we're going to make more money, right? If it's a startup that's around you, pray for that company to succeed. Now, I will give an example of, there's Sandy, who are previously our partners on like the market day. Sandy was offering these small businesses free storage at their warehouse. And all the business has to do is conduct its online business, and they will get it, store it for you, get it, and deliver it to you, to your customer in Nalia, Chiwatul, and whatnot, yeah? So the success of Sandy is enabling the success of another business, right? And my goodness.
Sandy still operating?
No. So that's why like it hurts me so much when I say startup closing, because it's not only them who are benefiting from them being open, right? Yeah. So we as Ugandans, we have to be appreciative of or find a way of contributing to the success of another person's business, If it's just the pod, it's something as simple as just watch on YouTube, right? Sure. Instead of, watching foreign content. I'm not saying anything about foreign content, but promote our local guys, because the numbers are going to grow. You're going to get sponsors. You're going to get a bigger home. You're going to employ more people. Something simple like that. Yeah.
Let's get that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I usually like to ask this question. So with the work that you've done here at the Big Conversations, what do you want to be remembered for?
That I had, that first of all, to the people I was working with,
Mm.
the culture, the people I was working with were happy, first of all, to produce
Mhm.
this podcast. So ideally, also just a conversation.
Oh, your colleagues, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll also ask on the side and see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's important. So
Yeah.
first of all, the conversations also, we kept going because, not because of how they were consumed, right? We know the metrics are important. We are trying to work around that. We're trying to see how to distribute better, how to do better thumbnails,
Yeah.
and get them viral. Like everyone wants a viral video, and that's no problem, right? But also to us, it's not our core thing. So me and you having this conversation, and you're happy about it.
Yeah.
That has been the biggest motivation for us to keep doing the conversations. That the guests and the host are happy about their conversation, so we'll do it over and over again until you're not really busy, right? And it's also scalable. You can really just talk to anyone, just about anyone about their perspective. So that happiness of you having sharing knowledge and perspective and opinion with someone is something I want to be remembered for. It was just unfair. You just sit down with Karen and have a solid conversation, and you go back home and you feel good about it.
Okay, so, nice. Yeah. Then, I belong to some community of young entrepreneurs, founders called Sigma Squared.
Yeah.
So we usually ask ourselves this question. You want people to listen to your pod, right? Why shouldn't someone listen to Big Conversations?
Why shouldn't someone listen? It is free speech, so be ready to find alternative views from what you believe in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. That's it.
Thank you, Boris. This was really good for me. The last question from us is always legacy, but I feel like you've expounded so much on that.
Oh,
so I would ask you.
I think I was actually telling the guys of the drop that I think we have done something already, and God forbid if I die today, I know we have already done something that people can always remember us for.
Do you think about death?
Yes, and fuck, it freaks me out, man.
Are you ready to die?
Yes, I think I'm ready because I've done work to the best of my ability, so I know. So work means something to me, you know. Actually, it's one of our two core values that why I love and work, yeah. And opportunity that I'm given to serve, I make sure that I give it my all because this could be my last day, and I want this person to remember that this guy served us. This guy did something great. So yeah. So if it happens today, then thanks be to God and on to the next guys. And I'm sure this company that we have created is going to live on, and it will inspire a bunch of the young people to also know that they can build these big platforms. The big platforms don't have to come from the Western world, but they can actually also come from here by us. Yeah.
All right.
Bro.
Thank you.